Hi, welcome back to Vigilante Coffee Company. My name is Austin Reddington, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to make better coffee using an automatic brewing machine. I realize not everybody is going to be using an AeroPress, a pour over, or some kind of complicated coffee siphon to make their coffee every morning. Most people, though, do have an automatic coffee brewing machine. I'm going to give you 5 simple tips that are going to make your automatic brewing more consistent and more flavorful. First tip is keep your machinery and all of the parts clean. There are a few main components that you need to look out for. Obviously, the canter or carafe that you're brewing into needs to be clean. In addition, the top portion that holds the filter and all of the coffee grounds needs to also be rinsed after every use. I also recommend soaking this using either Cafiza or some other type of coffee cleaning chemical about once a month, depending on how often you brew. Finally, the water reservoir itself, while it's constantly having water running through it, needs to be cleaned occasionally with soap and water as well. Second tip for you, make sure you're using clean water. About 95% of what you're drinking with coffee is water, so if your water doesn't taste good, your coffee won't either. If you don't have an advanced filtration system like we do at our coffee shop, use a simple Brita pitcher system and it'll make your tap water a lot cleaner and better tasting coffee. The third tip for you is grinding your coffee right before you're going to brew it. This is going to make your coffee taste a lot fresher and it's going to retain a lot more of the subtle nuances in the bean. The fourth tip is knowing the ratio that you like to have in your cup of coffee. If you're going to be using an automatic brewer, you might not be using a scale, and so a simple way to do it, usually you're going to have a coffee scoop supplied to you with your coffee brewer. General rule of thumb is 2 scoops per every cup of coffee. So for every 6 ounces of water you use, you're going to want to use 2 coffee scoops. The fifth and final step is just making sure you're doing everything to make sure your coffee is fresh. That means not brewing more than you need. You already have a really easy to use machine that only requires the push of a button, so making it multiple times shouldn't be too much. You'll have a much fresher cup every time. Storing your coffee in an airtight, dark container that doesn't let light in is the best way to keep it fresh, and buying from your local roaster. You'll be able to see the date that it was roasted right on the bag. So just by following these simple steps, you're going to be able to make sure that your coffee tastes the best that it can, just using a simple machine that's in almost every household. Thanks a lot, and I hope to see you next time on another session of BrewWorks with Vigilante Coffee Company.